Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and welcome back to another review for Season 11, the final season of The Walking Dead. Today, we're going to be talking about Season 11, Episode 2, titled Acheron Part 2. This is going to be a continuation of Part 1. I don't know why they split it in two parts eventually, originally it was supposed to have just, one, it was just going to be one premiere, both episodes back to back, and they changed it, but oh well. We get a really awesome episode here. We got some Commonwealth stuff also with the subway group and also Daryl looking for dogs, so let's get right on into it. Of course, the last episode ended with Negan letting Maggie go, leaving her to die. Well, no, he didn't even let her go, he just left her there to die. Super dramatic stuff. We have walkers flooding this subway train car here, and our group is basically trying to get through to the other side while there are walkers on each side. Now, Negan does get it back into the train car, and everyone's, of course, skeptical of where Maggie is. He just tells them that Maggie was right behind him. Gabriel just says, we need to keep moving. That's what Maggie would want, and Alden is against this. Alden is starting to get a lot more attention, which is really bad because when you start getting more attention as a side character, which is who Alden is, that and the fact that he was added to the main credits of this season, along with Jerry, which is very scary. That was a rhyme. Unintentional rhyme. It's bad because that means they're going to die. It's happened. You can use that on every single Walking Dead show so far. They always do that. Side character gets attention, they're getting killed off. More likely than not. Daryl is looking for Doll, like I said. He finds these dollars that have notes written on them from these kids that were trying to... they were waiting for their parents, but they just didn't come. And I guess it has some significance for Daryl, not really having too much parenthood growing up with his mom dying in a house fire and his dad, of course, being abusive, and then Merle just wandering off wherever he damn well pleases. He does find Dog near the, about the middle-ish part of the episode. He also finds Roy, which is the older guy that I forgot to mention. Him and Gage split off at near the end. No, it was about the middle of last episode too. They split off from the group because even though they don't like Negan, Negan was correct about all the points he was making about Maggie being so reckless. Back at the Commonwealth, we have some stuff with Yumiko. Love that Yumiko character development. Eugene talks about how they took Ezekiel, so Yumiko demands to talk to their superior. So they take her back to the auditors for the Commonwealth, and they're like, we've learned a lot about you, and Yumiko was like, you're not assessing me, I've been assessing you. And then she literally does assess them and straight up nails her depiction of them, nails what their occupancy was before the apocalypse, a lot of things about their government, and she just basically hits the nail on the head for a lot of Commonwealth stuff. So Yumiko is really being a true asset to this group right now. She is gaining a lot of information just by a few conversations she's had with these auditors. We get some more Mercer stuff. He asks Eugene a bunch of questions near the end of the episode. Eugene breaks down. We'll get to that later. Back in the subway car, Gage finds his way to the group. By the way, Maggie gets back out. She starts banging on the floor of the train car, and they let her in, and she pistol whips Negan immediately. Which, even though I love Negan, it was well deserved. It was kind of satisfying to watch that, to be honest, even though I love Negan. I love Negan and Maggie both equally. But, Negan makes good points. Maggie was being very reckless last episode, and she continues to be ruthless in this episode as she lets Gage die. There is an opportunity where they can get Gage. They can open the door and Gage can get through, but that means the walkers will get through. But the thing is that they end up fighting these walkers near the end of the episode anyway. So it's fucked up when they just let Gage die here. He stabs himself in the heart twice, to kill himself so he doesn't, feel any of it. And then he dies as the walkers get to him. And the really messed up thing about this, the dark thing about this, is that he is looking at the group the entire time. He just dies with his eyes open, looking at the group as he's being torn apart. And these walkers go ham on Gage. They're ripping him open. You see his rib cage. It was an awesome way, awesome, not awesome, but like gruesome way for this character to go out. And yeah, man, Jackson Pierce, well done as Gage. You really sold those last few moments. I mean, you can see the desperation in his face, and the amount of heartbreak that it leaves him when they finally decide that they aren't going to help him. Alden is really pushing for it, but Maggie's like, nah, we're not doing it. It was so messed up. Eugene, like I said, he gets questioned at the Commonwealth, and he starts breaking down about Stephanie and how if, the main reason he wanted to go was to meet Stephanie a little bit more than just getting help from the Commonwealth. And he didn't want to say that to his friends because he didn't want to lose them. He sees Yumiko, Ezekiel, and Princess as, some of his bestest friends right now, and I really like that this close-knit bond these four people have, because they're just from such different backstories. Ezekiel's from the kingdom, and Eugene's all the way back from season 4 with Abraham and Rosita, and the whole lie about Washington, and then joining sides with Negan just to foil Negan's plan in the end with the bullets. And of course Yumiko's new coming in from the last season, and Princess is extremely new coming in from the end of season 10. But yeah, it's really awesome to see such a just characters that you wouldn't expect to see together from, like, let's say the comic books or just from previous seasons together. And it's really great, the end result. Like Negan and Maggie, of course, all of their scenes are fantastic, and we get a really intense scene where they're fighting the walkers in the subway car. Daryl comes back and has a really awesome long shot as he's taking out the walkers. That was epic. I loved that. But eventually the group gets out of the subway tunnel, and they're walking, and they come across this pathway of these hanging bodies. And Negan's been there before. He's like, man, this place went to shit since the last time I was here. So he's like, all right, we need to double back. But all of a sudden, Roy, the old guy that Daryl found, he gets hit in the head, boom, point blank with an arrow. Cole, which is, if you remember, is Maggie's friend, he gets hit right in the torso, and it cuts off his hand in the process. So, it's not looking too good for him. I'll just say that right now. I've seen episode 3, but I'll just say right now, it's not looking too good for him right now. But yeah, you have Elijah there, Maggie, Negan, Alden, Gabriel, Daryl, Dog, some very big, some main players there. So you guys will have to see how the Reapers deal with them, because that's the big threat for this season so far, and they are extremely threatening, man. They are coming out of the woods like badasses. Oh my gosh, they're so cool. And I can't wait to see what this antagonist does for this season. But let me know what you guys think of the new antagonist, the Reapers. Who do you think's gonna die? And yeah, tell me what you thought of the episode. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I promise these episodes, the reviews will come out immediately after I watch them on AMC Plus. So you'll get episode 3 tomorrow, and most likely episode 4 tomorrow or Monday. But until then, thanks so much for watching the review. Goodbye.